Hey there, I'm on my way to pick up my first Azure order, and I wanted to go over my train of thought of why I decided to pursue this. I've been hearing about Azure Market or Azure Standard for a while now, and I never really thought it's something I would do because of my situation. And when I say situation, I mean we have a very small family. It's just me, my husband, and my daughter. I live in an area where there's lots of access to grocery stores, Amazon. I also live in the Central Valley of California, where produce could be very attainable. And in the Central Valley of California, it's basically ag everywhere. So, lots of you-pick farms and, livestock, all of that. So initially I thought, okay, I'm never gonna need this. I'm never gonna use Azure because everything is so attainable locally. But as I continue to watch videos, as everybody does, and I looked into the website more, I did see some items that I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me see if that is something I can get where I live. Also, with the bulk items that they provide, it provides it at a cheaper cost. So I started doing that. I started researching. I started going to grocery stores, looking up online. I have a Costco here, so there are some items that I will continue to get at Costco because it's apples to apples basically. And when I did compare prices, I'm not going to compare organic items to things that I can get at the great value at Walmart. I will compare organic items, raw items, clean ingredients to clean ingredients when it comes to the products. So that's what I did. I looked it up, I researched, found that there are plenty of items at Azure Standard that are more reasonably priced, whether I get it in bulk, or especially if I get it in bulk, or if I just buy one piece of that one item. But I did also find that there are items more reasonable to me locally. Like a lot of the produce, I have my own garden and I'm expanding my garden, so it's hard for me to buy bulk items of a lot of produce because there's several you-pick farms that's about within an hour where I live, where I can get organic items, and it's more fun, right? Taking my daughter out, my family out, to go pick out those vegetables and those fruits and those farms and help support local businesses. At Costco, they also have organic items that are at a good price, so I'm going to continue to purchase those at Costco. However, if I find that Azure Market has a really good sale, or it's like 8 times, Azure Boat cashback or whatever, I may decide for this 1 month to purchase it there. So I'm gonna take you to my drop, or show you what I got for my first order. I also what really pushed me to get Azure Standard items is I want to transition my family to have better quality food items, household items, so that we can live a cleaner, better life. And I feel like providing quality, clean items to my family, especially my daughter as she is growing, is going to help with that. Printed out my receipt or my items basically to make sure that I can keep track of what I received, and to make sure I receive everything in my order, right? I've heard people say that they may not receive certain items because it's out of stock by the time their drop ended. For me, luckily, everything is available. So the way it goes is every month there is a drop time. And that drop time is basically your cutoff time on when you can finish out ordering. You can certainly check out your items a week, 2 weeks ahead of time, so you can lock that in, especially with those prices that you want. However, you still have a specific drop time of the way you can adjust your ordering. Maybe you want to add something else, or you want to increase a specific item, or you may not want that anymore. So you can still do that. So my drop-off time was Thursday at like 4 p.m. I do live in California, and Azure standard is from Oregon. So my items were shipped very quickly and arrived quickly. Today is Monday. So like I said, my drop ended on a Thursday. Now it's Monday, and I'm driving to go pick up my items at a specific location at a drop site, or the semi-truck is going, so that I can meet people there and pick up my stuff. So what I did is I printed out my list. I have a cooler in the trunk for my cold items to keep them nice and cold. My drive is literally only 20 minutes away, which is, I feel like, very ideal. I hear people saying they have to drive an hour away to their drop site. I actually had multiples different drop site options, so that's really cool. This go around, I had to borrow my husband's truck because I have 11 boxes that I don't think can fit in my sedan. But the next few, and I don't plan on ordering every month, only when I need to. So, and it's not going to be as big, maybe, as the way as this order. And this order was more than $400. So I think my other months I can just take my car with me. I don't have to borrow my husband's truck. So I will go ahead and pick up my stuff. Once I have it, I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm going to show you as well how I priced it out, how I was able to justify buying it at Azure. Okay, so I will be back once I have all my items. See you then. Alright folks, I'm re-recording this video because I lost my footage. I actually did record a video right when I got home with my daughter, but here we are. So these are some of my orders that I received from my first Azure drop. I have some outside that I'll be showing you, but let's get started with the refrigerated items so I can put them away. I bought 3 5-pound blocks of cheese. This one is the organic Parmesan style cheese, and I think this is, not quite sure what brand this is, but it goes by pound, and I bought the 5-pound block. This one's 5.12. It's really good. I've already been using it, and I just got my order yesterday. I made some pesto pasta. This one is the Sierra Nevada organic raw milk white cheddar grass-fed, age over 120 days. Adeline and I taste tested all of these cheeses. This is really delicious. My husband actually had a slice with his sandwich for lunch today at work, and he liked it. This one is the Rumiano organic Monterey Jack cheese, pasture-raised and grazed. It's also organic and grass-fed. Really good. We'll be using this in a lot of Mexican dishes. So I did get big blocks, but what I'm going to be doing is cutting them up into smaller pieces and then individually packaging them and freezing it, and then I can just take it out as I go. I also got another small block of cheese. This one's only an 8-ounce. It's the Origin Creamery A2 raw sharp cheddar. It's organic. It's 100% grass-fed. This one's delicious if you really want to taste that cheese. When I had it, when I took a bite, very sharp, a little grainy. I thought of right away having this with a charcuterie board. So really good. Next one, I bought the Organic Nancy's Probiotic Sour Cream. A lot of people are liking this, so I'm taking a gamble. The other thing I'm concerned about when it comes to buying a lot of dairy products, especially from Azure, if you really want to get a good price, you buy it in bulk. You don't have to, but if you really want to get that good price, you buy in bulk. So I did buy 6 of this. And I was wondering how long it's going to take me and what the time wise would be when it comes to Best Buy. Today is June, June 9th, and this Best Buy is $6.25. It's Best Buy, not expired, and I heard it lasts longer than the Best Buy date because of the probiotics, but I really don't think we're going to end up using a lot of it even 2 months after the Best Buy date. So I did put 3 tubs in the freezer, and when I want to bake with sour cream or cook with sour cream, I can just use that instead of the ones that's been in the refrigerator. I'm really interested as well on the kefir. This is a cultured milk kefir. Great on the probiotic. This is Organic Nancy's. Again, it's lactose free. I don't do well drinking regular milk, so I thought this was pretty cool. And this is like a yogurt drink, and it's really tasty. Adeline and I liked it. It's quite tangy, so that's what I like to say. But if you're prepared, it's really good. You can, it's quite refreshing. The one that we've been liking already, again, this is only the second day. I got my drop yesterday. It's this pineapple juice. It's the Lakewood Renew pineapple juice. The ingredients on this: organic pineapple juice, which is filtered with organic pineapple juice concentrate and water. So really tasty, really refreshing. May need to buy a couple bottles next time. Really good. Next, I wanted to try some butters. This is the Rumiano Organic Sea Salt Butter, grass-fed, European style, pasture raised and grazed, organic, super good. When you open it up, it's very yellow and it's a very rich. Compared to any butter you're gonna get at the grocery store, it definitely has more depth and flavor. I put it on my zucchini muffin this morning when I had breakfast, and I also put it in a pot and then tossed my pasta on it when I made the pesto pasta. This is really good. The other one is the Mother's Choice. It's not organic, but it is kosher or BST free, really clean ingredients. Really, it's just pasteurized cream and salt. That's all it is. So it's still a really good product. This is definitely lighter than the Rumiana Organic. So this is definitely something I would be using for baking or in times that I'm not going to taste the butter as much, but I want to make sure that I have a clean butter in there. So those are the dairy products. The other thing that I had to put in the refrigerator is this sunchoke. I hear about sunchokes all the time, even from gardeners. So I'm trying to figure out whether I want to grow it or I just want to try it. It's also organic. I know it's great for your gut health, but the experience may not be the best. But it's not true for every person. Let's just see how it goes. The other one I bought is a 10-pound bag of the yellow onions. It's organic. When locally I can't find organic in as good a price as this, for sure. This one I think was $1.70 something per pound, but then you also get your Azure cash back, so it's even at a lower cost if you get more onions than the 10 pounds. And of course the pricing is a lot lower. I think in the store around here is about $2 something per pound. All right, moving on. Along with my package, I received the Azure sales flyer for July. Really excited to go through it. Actually, I have been going through it and have been marking things that I'm interested in purchasing, possibly for the next drop. Not sure yet if I'm going to go ahead and order, but looking into it. I also wanted to try, and very excited to try, the caramelized coconut topping. This is from Azure Market Organics. I want to put it on top of some ice cream as pictured here, or in my coffee or some other dessert. That was on sale, and I think it's also on sale for July. This one's also on sale. It's a premium coconut milk. It's organic. Again, the price difference on this compared to the grocery store is definitely a better deal. I bought 3 cans of this. I purchased the reusable cotton bags, hoping to use this when I make jams or when I cook, so that I can put my spices in there and I don't have to scrounge for them when I'm cooking. It's also good for coffee, tea, herbal baths, poultices, anything like that. So there's 3 in here. I also bought the If You Care paper snack and sandwich bags. I was curious about the size. There's 48 in here, and it's paper. It's compostable, better than, Ziploc bag. And my husband brings a sandwich to work almost every day. He's very tired of it, but he's gonna keep chugging along. And the size on this is also pretty cool. When I make my sourdough bread, sometimes if I leave it on too long to rise, it gets pretty big. So I'm hoping this fits his sandwich a little better than a Ziploc bag, those sandwich ones. I also bought a box of the half-gallon jars with lids and rings. It's the wide mouth, and there's 6 in here. I'm going to be using this for storage. I also purchased a box of the 1.5 pint jars. This one's really cool. See how long? And then it's really pretty. I've never canned something that is 1.5 pints, but I want to try, especially because sometimes a quart is just too much for us. There's only 3 of us, so a 1.5 pints would be perfect. I will can it and based upon the quart time, just to make sure I can it long enough. And in this box, there's 12 wide mouth 1.5 pints jars. I also purchased the ones with the lids and rings because I keep hearing great things about the superb lids. Now on to spices. I purchased this pickling spice. It's gluten-free, GMO-free. I'm growing a lot of cucumbers and I want to try my hand in pickling. I'm not big on pickles, but my daughter loves it. Every time we go out for sandwiches, she's the one that's eating my pickles. So I want to be able to make that for her. She heard me talking about her. Next one, I purchased some almost out of onion powder, and the pricing on this for an organic onion powder, when I was comparing organic spices from the grocery store, and I'm just comparing Walmart here, right? Really cheap compared to Azure Market, amazing price difference. So I got the organic onion powder and the organic garlic powder. I also purchased the Italian seasoning mix. It's gluten-free, GMO-free. I already used this. I'm going to transfer this in a spice bottle, but I just used this when I was making dinner just now. Pretty excited about this organic tomato powder. I hear a lot of people that would preserve their tomato harvest and turn it into a powder, and then they can use that tomato powder to make tomato paste, tomato sauce, put it in their tomato-based dishes to bring more of a tomato flavor. So pretty stoked about this. This one's discontinued. I think they just have it on the website until they run out. It's the Caribbean rub. Just want to try it. All right, next I got some coconut aminos. Instead of using regular soy sauce, I'm going to try this out. It's organic. Also organic coconut vinegar. I like to make this Filipino marinade, and it's really good with coconut vinegar. So I'll marinate it, then my husband grills it. It's a great meal. Since I thought I did
record that video. I went ahead and repackaged my beans already. I actually bought a 40 ounce bags of black beans. I have one bag soaking so I can can it tomorrow, but I have 2 jars of this, and I just peeled off the sticker and the back sticker so I know exactly what's in here and how long it's going to be good for. So I realized that I like black beans, so I purchased that. And again, price difference compared to grocery stores. I mean, I can't even find organic black beans near me. So this is great. Just 2 more things here on this table. I have almond meal flour. It's organic again. There's this dessert I want to make, and it calls for almond flour. So definitely going to be using that. Also, when I go to events or someone comes over that's not really handles well with gluten, I want to have this available so I can make a dessert that they can enjoy. Next one is this organic cornmeal. I've been wanting to make braised beef, and when I make this braised beef, I also like to make polenta along with it. So that's what I'm going to be using this for, and also some cornbread, and maybe even for breading or for pizza. So this is nice. I also don't think I can find organic cornmeal around me. When I do price it out online, great price difference getting it from Azure Market. All right, so I believe that's everything here. Let's go outside and I'm going to show you what I bought, and they're outside already. All right, so I did buy some garden items. The first one is organic alfalfa. Really neat, and oh my gosh, the price difference from buying regular alfalfa from Amazon or the pet store, because they have 2 baby bunnies, is amazing on that price difference. Buying it from Azure, and it's organic. The one from Amazon is not, and this is 50 pounds. So this will last us quite a bit for my 2 little bunnies. And I think because you feed them alfalfa until they're 6 months old, so I think this may last us till then. I wish Azure carried Timothy hay. Didn't really see that at the website, but Timothy hay organic from Azure would be amazing. If you're listening, come on, Azure. All right, next one. This was on the table. I forgot to talk about it, but you know what? It goes with the theme. I bought liquid kelp. I will be using this to help. I'm going to take some cuttings from my tomatoes, my strawberry, and I'm going to soak them in this, diluted, of course, to help them, be more, to help them grow. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, next, organic yarrow. I've never seen organic yarrow from a nursery. I do have yarrow here that I bought from, my friend gifted to me, but it's not the medicinal kind. I don't exactly know if there's a difference, but I don't want to take my chance. So I purchased this and I'm going to plant it in the garden. For less than $4, you get 4 little plants, and yarrow just keeps growing and growing. So this is amazing. Really good deal. I've also never seen organic purple coneflower or echinacea. I grow my echinacea plant for medicinal purposes, so having an organic start is a great deal because I try to grow organically as much as I can. Actually, I do. I don't use any, synthetic chemicals at all. Now, what my neighbors do in their yards, I don't know. So whatever I have here, I grow organically. So having an organic start is really great. Another great medicinal plant that I keep hearing about is comfrey, and making comfrey fertilizer for your garden would be great to do. I've never seen comfrey around here, and it's organic, so I definitely want to try that. And I heard having one cutting of comfrey will be the same, like it's just going to grow like weeds. So I'm excited about that. So that's what I picked up from Azure for the month of June. I had a really fun experience. I picked up my items from the drop-off location yesterday, and everything went by so smooth. Rick, our driver, was super nice. I even had a conversation with him. And then everybody just helped each other along as they were putting items towards the edge of the truck. Everybody was just grabbing an item, creating a pile for each person so that you don't have to worry about just yours and going through everything. Everybody were like, we were all helping each other. So that was really cool and by really smooth. The drop location from that I went to was only 20 minutes away, and it was, I think, like 2-3 streets from me. So that was really easy. And then we just tried to get it as quickly as possible and to get everybody's items out so that Rick can move on to his next drop site. But yeah, it went by super smooth. Loaded up all my items in the truck and then tried to take a video, but I guess that didn't work. So there it is. I definitely want to purchase from Azure again. It's not always going to be this big of a haul. It's going to be me transitioning some of our items into organic, cleaner items so that I can provide a better, life for my family. So if you have any suggestions, any of your favorites, I would love to know. Comment it down below so I can try it out. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Help me grow my channel and continue to provide you with all these videos because it's so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you next time. Bye.